Hi, Higherself Magic here. Welcome to my full moon reading. Tonight there is a full moon in Capricorn. It's a super moon. It's very close to the earth and it's the first full moon since Midsummer's Night. That's since the summer solstice. So it's extremely important. It's going to pull on the tides, it's going to pull on our bodies, it's going to pull on the water and blood in our bodies. It goes for fluid and we're going to feel quite emotional at this time. The sun in Cancer is going to make us focus on our feelings particularly, but this reading is not for any sign in particular. This is for us as a collective, as a human race, and there will be messages for some people within this. If it doesn't resonate with you, I'm sorry, but if it does resonate with you, then you might get something out of it. And I'm feeling a real big affinity with this full moon. I'm a Sagittarius, and the last full moon was in Sagittarius, but in Vedic astrology, this full moon is in Sagittarius, so Vedic astrology is different in timings, so it's quite significant. But it's not because of my sign, it's because of this overpowering sort of change in focus in the world. We are breaking with a previous era. We are literally going into the age of Aquarius. There's a lot that's been happening there, and if anyone's been listening to my readings, you'll understand how important that is, and that when Pluto moves back into Aquarius, there's going to be massive changes. But as close as the 18th of July, when there's some transit in the North Node, and Aries is going to be significant in that, there are going to be massive changes in the way the collective is feeling. Now, some people are going to stay asleep and some are going to awaken. It's an incredibly powerful time. It's a time for us to stop being, what's the word? Excuse me, bless me, I think it's hay fever. To stop being obedient, to stop believing the powers that are supposed to be looking after us, stop believing everything they tell us, and to look at the bigger picture. But within our own lives, we're going to see our structures changing, our way of thinking changing. I think whatever sign you've been, the lead up to this full moon has made you feel quite self-destructive. A lot of you have sort of self-sabotaged for whatever reason. I think you felt quite alone, that everything's such a mess, you don't think how it's gonna ever improve, and in a way you're disconnected from your emotions and also stopped thinking logically, but something woke you up, and it was that new moon in Gemini. That new moon in Gemini was very dark. It had a real feeling of darkness around it, where we started to ask questions about our existence, our personal relationships, our feelings with other people. And we sort of looked at life in a very serious way with that Gemini new moon. And now we've moved out of that, we're shifting towards this full moon in Capricorn, in Sagittarius in Vedic astrology. We're moving into this super moon's energy, which is going to last for quite a while after this. But tonight you're going to feel really drained, a lot of you. It all depends what point you are in your lives, but there's going to be a lot of tension, and that's going to be released very soon, but there is going to be a lot of tension. Now the North Node and the South Node are particularly important, and I will be doing another reading on those, but just basically to say that the North Node is the head of the dragon, the South Node is the tail of the dragon, and what happens in the middle is what's happening in our own lives and how we determine that. The North Node looks towards the future and the South Node looks towards the past. And it says, to break off the ties with the past if you can, and to move towards the future in your way of thinking. And a lot of people will be learning to let go. So here, lessons for the North Node are that there will be success, there'll be a lot of benefit, you will be restructuring yourself, because Saturn's very important in this. Saturn's retrograde at the moment. He's the king of karma, and he's also the ruler of Capricorn. So if we look at Western astrology and this moon, full moon being in Capricorn, we're going to say, well, Saturn's got a lot to do with this. But it's saying have faith in yourself. Don't worry about the little things. Now is the time to boost yourself up, to look at yourself from a very successful self-awareness, self-knowledgeable, self-amazingness angle, and benefit from what's happening astrologically to everybody. Whilst the South Node is saying it's dealing with your past. Remember your past, your spirit ancestors, remember their influences, reconsider what you want to do, but now's not the time particularly to trouble yourself, be too anxious about it all. There will not, what will be basically. So, and it's also saying that some connections need to be broken with your past, work-wise, friendship-wise, relationship-wise, because it might be that you are having karmic lessons and you're learning very much that you have to get rid of some things to open more doors. So your destiny is taking you forwards, while if you hang on to those past things, the doors aren't going to open. And so by letting go, you're going to be removing blockages. So those are the messages of the South Node and North Node, and I will be dealing with those very soon in more detail. But my messages for people in this reading that have just come to me from all signs, and remember, we're not made up of just one sign. We might have a sun sign, mine's Sagittarius. We might have a moon, we definitely have a sun sign, mine's Sagittarius. We have a moon sign, mine's Pisces, and we also have a rising sign, mine's Leo. So we are made up of all those elements. We are made up of air, fire, water, earth. We are made up of whether we are mutables, whether we are fixed, whether we are cardinals. And so some readings have to be for everyone. And Spirit, Sarah Elizabeth's asking me to clear the energy right now as I'm going to pull some more cards. Sarah Elizabeth is my spirit guide, and she sends me messages all the time, and I relate so well to her. I'm a writer as well, and I believe that a lot of my channeling comes from her. She was around when the Brontes were around, so she was a great writer. But so get in touch with your spirit guides. This is such a good time to do that. This is a time to get in touch, in tune with yourself. So here we have the moon. It's here. It's making us defend ourselves. It's making us accept the way we feel. But at the same time, it's making us nurture ourselves, and our reactions and feelings to things that are happening at this time are extremely important, because if we are being asked to question things and we then have to break off from them, the repercussions are going to be quite strong. So because of the karmic lessons, we might be pushed into getting in touch with someone who we don't know whether it's for our greater good or not, but their response will tell us whether we have to cut ties with them or not. So this full moon is amazing for the energy, for the truths it gives us. It's so close to the earth that it's really given us some special truths. Now, whether it's in Vedic astrology or in the Western astrology, it's saying to us, and the last full moon was in Sagittarius just before Midsummer's Night, the summer solstice. And that was saying to us that we had to use our wisdom. We had our insights. We had to use the insights, the intuition we have to understand. It's taken us a while, almost a month, to get to that point, to hear that we have to stick with our highest ideals. And there are rules in the world, because Saturn makes us structure things. And although Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion rather than structure, it deals with greatness, it deals with grantings, it deals with blessings, it deals with good fortune. But Saturn deals with rules, Saturn deals with structure. And it's saying now that this moon in Western astrology is in Capricorn. It's time to structure yourself, whatever sign you are. It's really important you dedicate yourself to achieve. You focus on yourself and what you want to do. And there's going to be a lot of realizations around this full moon about what path you want to take, whether you want to stay in the job you're in or whether you want to align yourself in another area. It's also saying that your goals, the goals you achieve are so important day to day, and to look at the reality of it all, but look at it in a very business-like way, because this is a time when you can all make money, and this is a time when money blockages can be removed, because Saturn is retrograde and his karmic lessons are amazingly strong. And with being in a full moon in Capricorn, he wants us to achieve. So unless you've been really bad, your karmic lessons are going to be quite gentle, I think. If you've been good, they're going to be blessed. But the retrograde is a time to review, and Saturn's making us review everything and our structures. Another planet's going to be going retrograde on July the 22nd, and that's Venus. And that's all about cherishing, enjoying, being with another person, love. And of course, it's the perception of that we get with this full moon. We might have thought someone was important to us, and this full moon is saying, hey, no, they're not. You might have to break ties with them. They're not giving you what you need. So it's going to be giving you a different perception to life. Whilst Sagittarius and Jupiter, the last full moon, and it's tremendously strong and it's still pushing forwards here, is allowing us to expand, allowing us to wish for abundance, which is coming. But the perception with this full moon so close to the earth, it's going to really affect our emotions, our feelings, much more than any other full moon. And also the different energies that are going to be coming through our bodies, we're going to really feel this. So we're going to be becoming much more logical with this full moon. We're going to communicate in a more logical manner, but we're going to have more psychic qualities. Those psychic qualities are going to be showing through in our interaction with other people, and the fact that we sort of know whether they're good for us or not, quite intuitively, just as second knowledge. So this full moon is giving us all, because it's so close to the earth and it's affecting our body balance, our fluids. It's giving us some psychic, even if we're not very psychic, it's going to give us that psychic feeling of understanding. And so any two parties you find important in your life, you being one party, the other being another party, whether it's work, friendship or love, is going to have a sort of finale here. It's either going to flourish or it's going to end, and you will let your emotions take care of the way that's going to go, because the sun in Cancer at the moment is making you more focused on feelings, more on your emotional needs. And you will search so much for the truth in things. You won't want a relationship that's not right for you. You'll be wanting to choose a partner that is good for you, or keep a partner that is good for you, not a partner that is bad for you. You will want a friend that is good for you, not a friend that is deceiving you and doesn't want your greater good. So the answers you've been looking for are going to lie in this full moon's dissection of things, this full moon's light shedding, because it's going to be very powerful. Funnily enough, it looked more powerful in the sky last night. It was massive, and tonight it's sort of hidden in the clouds. But don't ignore what it's telling you. It's hiding because it's trying to tell us something, and you will find the truth from that, what it's trying to tell you, very, very soon. Your thoughts will just tell you what it's trying to tell you. You will be telling yourself. Another thing that this full moon, the messages Sarah Elizabeth is giving me, is for some people, this is a real spiritual awakening time. And it's an end to all those deep thoughts that we've had regarding our spirit ancestors. They have been with us for quite a while now. And I've been talking about our spirit ancestors and how they're affecting us. And some of us might have had dreadful thoughts like, you know, if you've got a child, oh my God, what if something happens to my child? I'm scared that something might happen to my child. What if he's not healthy or she's not healthy? Or you might be like, oh my God, I'm going to end up on the streets. I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to not be able to pay my rent or my mortgage. These thoughts might have been dominating your psyche and your way of thinking and frightening you to a certain degree. But it's because you're so connected to your spirit ancestors. These fearful thoughts are from your spirit ancestors. One of them might have experienced that in the past and they've been transmitting that onto you. And as they've been doing that, you've been getting cleansed, you've been getting nourished, and you've been getting lots of future blessings. So this ancestral cleansing with this full moon is really coming to an end. And the sort of anxiety you felt, I'll be very surprised if you have those thoughts, but some of you have been having these scary thoughts. Have I got an illness? Am I ill? Have I got cancer? Or do I have AIDS? Or do I have this? Or do I have that? It's just something that has dominated your way of thinking. And it's because of the cleansing that's been taking place through your spirit ancestors. You've taken on their anxieties, but you've accepted them and you've allowed yourself to feel like that. And if you understand why you feel like that, you're going to be able to let that go after this full moon. And a lot of people have been going through this in their lives recently, because a lot of people I've been speaking to have told me about this, and I've just explained it through their spirit ancestors. And it's a beautiful cleansing that's taking place, and your spirit ancestors really, having done that, they really want to connect with you. They want to be with you. They want to be in you to help you. And it's like the invisible angel on your shoulder. Let's take some cards for messages for people that have joined me on this reading. And thank you so much for doing so. I really appreciate it if you press like and if you give me a comment, as it will help move my channel forwards. I'm relatively new, so I've not reached 1,000 followers yet. Or subscribers, I think that's what they call it here. And we really are in between the old and the new, everyone. And there's going to be an 18-year karmic cycle ending, even longer, I would say, almost an 80-year one ending. But the North Node's pushing you to look towards your destiny now. And it's saying, okay, you might have wanted that person in your destiny, but they don't necessarily have to be there. Look at the bigger picture. You're going to be much happier without them. Or they might be on the outskirts, the periphery of your life, but not right in the center. And that full moon in Sagittarius started that shift. It really started that shift. And they're calling this in Vedic astrology the full moon in Sagittarius, but they're saying look at the bigger picture. Don't just look at the tiny little picture of your just problems today and your fears and your anxieties and you're not moving forwards, because the bigger picture is always more promising. And it's also saying to whoever is listening to this and is resonating with it, a win-win outcome is forecast. So the karmic lessons are being played out now, and people that have harmed you will be feeling karma in a big way. Karma does not forget an address, and karma serves up the dish you deserve, that's for sure. And so as they do that, you will be in a win-win outcome. This has been a real time for healing up to this point. And now, you know, your spirit ancestors have helped you heal, and you can feel now the strength that's coming through to you. And I've talked a lot about Saturn in this reading. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. It's retrograde and it's doing one hell of a lot. And it's the ruler of Capricorn. So it's really in its element right here. And it's saying to you, it's a time to break karmic contracts, to break soul contracts. Sometimes you set out in this world and you have to be with someone because there's a soul contract between you. It's not necessarily for your good, but you have to learn the lessons, both of you. Well, it's a time to break those. And it's saying, don't let your past hold you back. Let go. Let go if you need to let go, because your future is definitely so much better than your present. And if you surrender to the divine, he's what you let go and what he enables you to open, to take, to have will be so much better than what you've got right now. And your commitment is being tested very much at this time, but to certain things. And when your test is up, you will know whether you have to let go or not, because by letting go, new contracts will be open, new ways forward will be open, blockages will be removed. And so it's saying, express yourself emotionally during this time. Tomorrow, after the full moon has been, either try swim or go to nature. Go near a pond, go near a lake, go near a river or the sea, and also dance, sing, write, do things that you can express yourself emotionally with. And we've got, as I said, the sun in Cancer, we've got, which is the feminine side of us, and we've got the moon in Capricorn, which is the masculine side. So we've got a perfect balance here between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And it's pushing us forwards to become more prosperous, and nothing is yet set in stone, but the divine is working towards getting you what you want. Not yet set in stone, nothing is yet set in stone, but I greatly believe in fate and I greatly believe in destiny. So I think, you know, the Chariot is taking you to where you need to go. I'm going to do a little tarot reading on top of this just to see what comes up. So you might feel you need to restructure your life. It's an absolutely beautiful time once we're past this full moon and as we get towards the 18th of July, and August is going to be even better, and September is going to be even better. So we have got a lot of good things to look forward to, and you're moving into your higher path. So let's see what this is. The energy is gaining momentum for your higher path. Hold your vision, don't let it go, and believe in the impossible. So by believing in the impossible, you will get what you want. Don't forget to manifest for what you really want tonight. It's very, very important. Let's see what tarot we get up for my messages for whoever is listening to this and resonating, whatever sign. And remember, you're not just a particular sign. You are made up of 3 elements. You're made up of so much, and you're either immutable, fixed, or cardinal, and that's just as important. Here we've got massive changes happening on your home front. So that might be you're getting more money, you're getting an inheritance, you're moving, you're getting a new home, or you are connecting with someone who's going to be in your home. So those will be the changes. Let's get some more messages for whoever this reading is for, please. Sarah Elizabeth, can we have some messages, please? So here we've got progress within a project. So you are starting to do really well in your work, and by, I believe, 3 years time, you're going to have hit massive success. You're starting to get very good news about your work, and karma's on your side. So anything that's judgmental at the moment is going to go in your favor. If you've got any court cases, any legal issues, you are going to be successful. They're going to go in your favor. Can we have some more messages for who this reading is for, please? Okay, so we've got your youthful confidence. You're getting more confident, more self-aware. And here we've got the Lover's card for you. So there is love on the horizon. Just don't rush into it. And if you meet someone new, don't meet them for the first time when Venus is retrograde, which is from July the 22nd to September the 3rd or 4th. Wait, because the relationship will hit a plateau, I believe. But someone you know is feeling quite restricted. It could have been you in the past, but someone you know is feeling quite restricted and in fear. They might actually, the message I'm getting, they might try and come forwards and ask you for forgiveness because they have treated you bad in the past, or let you down, or deceived you, or not wanted your greater good. But be very careful about letting them back in, because they're not trustworthy. So they're going to start wondering why things are going wrong for them, and they're going to think, was it because I treated so-and-so badly, or should I try and make amends? I'm getting better karma. Well, be very careful. Not everyone can be trusted. Not everyone has got a good as heart as you. Absolutely not. Can we have some more cards, please, to whoever these messages are for, please? Yeah, investment and long-term plans are going to take place because money is on the horizon. Without a doubt, prosperity is coming. Abundance is coming with this full moon. It's really strong and it's really close to the earth. We've got some lovely cards here. So we've got the Sun, which is what it's all about. Mr. Sun or Mrs. Sun coming in for you, changing everything, warming up your world. But also the Hierophant. Here we've got the Hierophant. You've learned so many practical lessons, and this full moon is saying, take those lessons with you. Don't leave them behind. Don't allow your choices to be influenced by anything but your wisdom now, because your emotions are very important, of course, but you are wiser and more thoughtful and more caring and more logical than ever before. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled, and you're going to have lots of options, and you're reaching the point of being the emperor or the empress. So that is really good. And you're showing massive passion in your skills, the sort of entrepreneurial skills, your business-like skills are coming forwards now, and they're really going to make you shine. So here we have finery, success, and here we have someone from the past coming in, asking for forgiveness. Similar to that, could be linked to that. They're feeling restricted, they want your forgiveness. You're going to be a bit like the hanged man in that situation. You're going to wonder what to do, but your wisdom is going to take you either to forgiving or not. I think it could be two people, actually, a woman and a man, two separate occasions, not together. Yeah, someone's going through some sort of mental breakdown that has been in your past and has let you down. And here we've got you overcoming so many obstacles. So you've got great things coming up. Don't fear that. But you've been let down an awful lot. And so you need to, this full moon is saying, be aware, be more self-aware, be more self-confident, be more independent. Don't allow people to come in who took your independence away, who made you feel less confident. Let them go. Can we have another card, please, for whoever this reading is relating to? The King of Pentacles. Yeah, abundance and money is on its way. I'm going to take one or two of these because I love these and I want to see what they have for you. What messages they have for you. Okay, so you've got, as well as your spirit ancestors, you've got your angels protecting you. Archangel Uriel is working really hard. Here we've got a woman holding a coin. So abundance is absolutely part of this message. You've had a hard time financially. You've been financially constrained. That things are changing on the financial front because this full moon is removing those money blockages for you. And you're going to be on a journey to a much better, more financially stable place. We've got the man holding the coin as well. So whether you're a male or a female, this is very, very apparent in your life. And it might be that you meet someone in a relationship that is going to be as equally financially stable as yourself. So the relationship will be very blessed and balanced. Some more messages, please. Yeah, you're going to really appreciate your life because it's going to be full of finery. I've had that card before in the tarot. So you're going to really appreciate what's coming. And here we've got a woman holding a heart. So that's going to be matching your lover's card. So not only do we have a man and woman holding a coin, we've got a woman holding a heart here. So love is in the air without a doubt. But I think most people are going to be facing realization with that in September. after Venus has gone retrograde, unless you're in a stable bond, committed bond right now, and it will strengthen. But doors to personal healing and happiness are opening. So I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. I'll be doing individual sign readings, but this was for whoever this reading was meant to be for. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you.